Okay, we are live.
We are live. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. They're jumping into draft. So I'm just gonna pull draft up right away. So we've got rawr versus RC, which is Ritz Crackers. We've got Simi Nomas casting, co-casting, and me, Andrew, super noob. Starting off draft with the Yorick band, long neck. Yup, hi Dakota. Syndra band from RC away from Roar's mid laner.
It's Lizzo mukbang.
Mm-hmm. A soul band away from Trooper. That Trooper was player of the week last week. They have Scoobs as well. AD carry is a really good player. So banning Cogmo. And then Twitch banned away from Fan P.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of taking Kog'Maw away from Scoobs. I remember that
Yeah.
from last season. It was like, yep, auto ban.
Oh, the layout is off. My bad. Yeah, Olaf first pick. That's wild. Um.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the most wild part is we don't know who their top laner really is. So we don't know what they're capable of. Kaisa, I think it's most likely going to go ADC, but who knows? I'd like to see Trooper play it. It can be kind of similar to Vex, minus the fear.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw. Actually, no. We were expecting to see it last. We were expecting Gentle Criminal to play it before, but then he took the Zeri mid. So for
Right.
a second, I was thinking, oh, it's not the first Kai'Sa. No, never mind, it is. And then Zach Seraphine picked up Blue 2 for rawr. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know their team as well if that's a flex pick or just going to throw out support. But either way,
Right.
real good champion.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, can definitely be flexed. I know if Richie were here, he'd be saying play it mid.
Yeah,
It can also go support or ADC as well, so like
triple flex.
a lot of flex there.
Mm-hmm.
Volibear definitely gonna be the jungle for Rost. He played against you guys last week,
Mm-hmm.
so I expect to see it there again.
A little spooky, especially with the Seraphine. So far, looking like a really Seraphine plus Olaf Volibear. It's just like a barrel through your team running super fast comp. So good luck, AD carry.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if we have any disengage, but hard
Yeah.
to stop a man who goes berserk
Mm-hmm.
and just wants to continue running at you.
Yep. Vigar. That's pretty good way to stop other people from running at you. Olaf doesn't mind the cage too much.
Right. And so, I mean, Kaisa should be moving down to ADC now. Should
Yeah.
have a few minor nerfs today, but nothing major that's gonna just take her out of the meta.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little less prio. We'll see. We'll see with the Infinity Edge changes before, and I think we'll see what happens. Definitely still good AD carry though.
Mm-hmm.
Misfortune ban away from rawr. It is hard for me to say rawr first.
Rawr. Yeah. I don't know, I do like the Vigar pick. Um, I remember I had a game last season against an Olaf top. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even though it doesn't stop the Olaf, like the rest of your follow up is kind of just not going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Banning away the Janna, which is smart. Looks like they are doing their draft so far on purpose, banning some really good disengage. RC realizes that kind of what's going on. So they're banning Nautilus, so they're assuming Seraphine mid. So
hmm
maybe they know more than we do that their mid laner does play it,
right. And I
which she
mean,
does. I just didn't look. I don't
yeah. And Gnarlus is also a good hey, let's go in champ.
yeah.
So that kind of fits
Mm-hmm.
their whole team comp.
Yeah. Tom Kench.
He
Pretty good at
could.
stalling, like saving an
Mm-hmm.
80 carry or something. If yeah, gotta play it right though. We'll
All
see.
right, I'm just. No, you're good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I wonder if that I wonder if that's TK support or top.
Right, that's what I was wondering. Because I mean, it's good flex pick to pick right here on red 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because rawr they still do have a few roles like that they can play. Garen comes out. I'm gonna assume Garen. I don't know where. Do they just go Garen Yumi bot lane? That'd be something I'd like to see.
Yeah, bring it back. Could be
But
um yeah,
Garen,
yeah, I don't know.
Garen mid maybe and just clear
I'm
your
trying to
wave and then run with volley.
I'm trying to remember they kind of did this with us. They picked super tanky and that's why Gwen was so useful. Um
Oh, okay.
so they're kind of I kind of forgot about that. They're kind of running back the same type of comp. It's like we've got a one or a new team kind of doing what one was doing before, just be super beefy and have good zone control.
Yeah, just tank it up.
Yeah.
What happened? Darius. Darius is blue 5. I think red team's gonna
Okay.
get a few extra seconds to pick, or else they'll just go Shen top. All right. So, are we think? I would guess. I can't guess on this one. I feel like Zesty last season. Just hold the phones. What's going on?
I'm just gonna add everyone real quick saying we're live. So you posted it in league chat,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
did
gonna
post in the other one. So Darius for rawr. All right, let me.
Darius and then Shen. So I'm guessing Shen top, but those are both
Yeah.
kind of flexies. But yeah,
All right, let me do a quick search of Nendi. See what he's been playing. Not offering me too much. I don't know. And then who is rawr's mid laner? Fenpy.
feel
I'm just
bad
trying.
doing it at everyone today after all the other stuff.
Hey, you gotta get the message out there. We need the
Exact.
viewers.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm doing all the quick scouting I can, but it's not working because rawr's team is just playing. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that would
It's all
explain
buried.
why. Yeah. So one last check. Yeah, I don't know where Darius would go. I think he'd do better. I think just bot lane.
Yeah. So Seraphine support. I'm guessing Seraphine, Garen, then Olaf top, or then Darius bot or mid. Could be Garen mid. Olaf top, Darius bot. It's it's
Yeah.
unusual, whatever it is.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion. Hey Zeta,
Yeah.
how are you treating Jamie Zeta? I saw the Jinx Melio last week looked really good. Looked pretty bannable.
We're actually playing against them this coming week.
Never mind then. Just keep it to myself.
So you can keep the chat up. See what Zeta wants to be playing.
Yeah. forcibly tied to his hip. Yep. If you're playing with Jamie, you're probably not going to be roaming a whole lot unless you really want to. Then you can. He'll just complain about it. See if you can see how long you can roam before he notices. You might be able to make it like into the top lane before he asks where his support is. Then you can be like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm coming," and then you can run, gank top, run around with your jungler, gank mid, run around with your jungler, and then come all the way back to your lane 2 minutes later. Just act like you were coming back the whole time.
Alright, so it's looking like Olaf mid lane.
Not a problem.
Now, I'm not
Okay.
sure if rawr is an LCS order, but Lizzo is playing Olaf and is normally their mid laner.
Yeah, Rust lined up. I think last week they were lined up correctly, and Rust played support game 1.
Okay.
So it's possible. Yeah, he's picking Seraphine. So
Okay.
so that seems fair. I mean, they're so beefy. If you've got your
Mhm.
best player, the Seraphine has to stay alive to like help everybody out. So there's a lot on the Seraphine. So I guess I can see it where he might want to run that. This is a crazy draft if it works. I mean, they don't have crazy tank shred on RC.
Mhm.
Vigar is going to have so many stacks though, and
He should have a
Heart
lot. Oh.
Heartsteel Shen goes hard.
Alright, so we got a few trades where Garen will now be going ADC, volleying the jungle, Darius top. I do like that. And I mean, Kaisa can always go for some armor pen in her build, like if she is going to be going AD, um, which I think should be the play here, just to crack them down.
Yep. Yep. I mean, poke like or just AP isn't going to do a whole lot into the Seraphine shields and heals. It's
Right.
like just like focus on staying alive and autoing when you can. Kill the person that's closest to you. Don't worry about who has low health bars. Just if you're like, I need to like step up past this Olaf to kill the 1 HP Garen, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the one nice thing about Kaisa is that she does have an ultimate to get onto Seraphine if needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if Zach goes in to get the initial CC to start stacking Kaisa passive, she can dive in, Tom Kench can follow up, Shen can follow up, but then Vigar's going to be left to his
Yeah.
lonesome.
Yeah.
And that's it's a little scary for Vigar.
I see why they banned Kog'Maw.
Yeah, that would really screw up their day.
A-Soul too. They ban Yorick because they're just going to be team fighting. They don't want to have to worry about a split pusher just ending the game. Yeah, I think all their bans make sense. Tarek, if he's just sitting there hitting Volibear, he's just going to keep everyone healthy.
Yeah, it's good bans by rawr for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But who do you think's gonna win this one? Who comes out on top?
My heart says rawr, but I mean, I have to go RC. I think it's just a more well-rounded comp that I think RC is really good too. I think the Vigar is going to be an issue later. Trooper's been popping off lately, and it seems like this game he doesn't need to be popping off, and he's going to have 1500 AP at the end of it, no matter what. So maybe not 50, but like he'll be stacking into these tanks for free, basically. So yeah, I think I'm with RC. But how about you?
Yeah. I think I have to go in the same boat as you with RC. Like Trooper, he's been popping off mid lane this whole season. I mean, mainly it has been on the Vex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I just really don't want rawr's draft to work because I don't want to see this stuff in beer league because I hate. I'm not a
Or
big
just
fan of
pick
playing against
Swain.
tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could just pick Swain into this comp since they're just gonna be running at me, and
Yeah.
like just put a Thorn Mail. Um,
Still, yeah. I mean, it was like one that
Yeah.
was. This was 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Less last season, I think, but it was like
Yeah.
they're just picking tanks. How is this working? And they just win because you
Right.
can't kill them.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it's if you're gonna have a few people that just came in right now, and like you just have to throw a team together,
Mm-hmm.
um, why not give it a shot? You know, it can't hurt to try
Yeah,
new things. Except for Rice, don't do that.
that's
Um,
dangerous.
yeah,
Apparently, don't listen to this man. Rice is not dangerous.
how many people have choked on Rice? It's gonna be like 0. Why are you looking this up?
Don't encourage you. My bad. My bad.
No, don't worry about the Cheds.
Have you seen that old Reddit post about the guy rating things with Rice?
No,
It's not
I have
that old,
not.
but it's pretty old. Where it was just this huge thread where this guy lived next to a convenience store and just like it seemed like every single comment he replied to it. Like somebody would comment Skittles and he'd go to the convenience store and buy Skittles. Skittles by themselves like 7 out of 10. Skittles with rice 4 out of 10. He just did that for like every single comment.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we got rawr and vid, Lizzo mukbang on the Olaf, already using the ghost, forcing the flash from Alo. Another
Ooh.
ghost coming out from Garen. First blood over.
Yeah, Garen first blood. That's we'll see how well he can abuse that. I mean, hard force into Kaisa TK, but definitely if he gets boots. Definitely good.
Yeah. Right, and I mean they were able to get a deep ward in blue side, but or in red side, sorry. But RC was also able to get the ward onto rawr's blue buff.
Yeah.
So I mean we'll know where each jungler is starting.
And so will the players.
That is true.
Little leash. Yeah, not surprised. Like when you see this type of like not a troll draft. Like they're definitely trying, but like unorthodox. It seems like the level 1 fights happen pretty consistently.
Yeah, and I think that they have to, because if you let a standard ADC scale,
Yep.
or control mage mid scale, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So like, take the fight to them, try and get summoner spells. They did get a flash.
Ooh. Look one in.
Damage
Frost
going
actually
down.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually really big. Kill this early in lane under Ross. That Seraphine. It's really important to this comp, I think. So setting her behind feels super good.
Yeah,
If you're a
and
fan of RC, yeah.
right. And I'm not like, normally I'd be like, oh, I went to like the kill went over to Tom Kench, but I think if he can also just become a tank, they're gonna be fine. Like if he can just start stacking armor and just peel for days, like that's what you need as your team for RC.
By the way, this Zach did an invade and grabbed Volibear's blue buff away from him, out from under his nose.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was right when that fight bottom was happening.
Oh, okay.
So just a weird path. I think he I don't know if he 2-camped. Yeah, he must have red chickened or something and then ran over to the blue buff. Maybe the other way around. And then just ran right back into his own jungle. It's a creative path for sure.
Yeah, he did chickens into blue buff.
Okay. Oh, so blue buff second. Oh.
Yeah.
And then back into his own buff. Okay.
Alright, so I just caught up time-wise.
We're at 55.
55, yep, perfect.
Volley looking mid. Never mind.
You have a gank coming in down bot though.
Mm-hmm. Frost. Kind of the target, but he might be okay.
Oh, flash coming out. Should
Yeah.
escape. I mean, that's pretty big summoner going down.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in favor of RC. So I mean, sometimes you get upset that you don't get the kills, but it just sets up for later, maybe at dragon fight.
Mm-hmm. Trades in the top lane. Darius getting really low on mana. Wants to crash this wave. Ooh, Elo going in. That is terrifying. At some point, when Elo does that, Garen is just gonna go kill the Kaisa. I am nervous.
Yeah, but it's not going to be this time, as
Not this
Garen
time.
should go down here. Scoobs is able to pick up the kill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if they're going to try and push in this wave for Dragon, or if Zac should finally base. It looks like Zac
Yeah.
will base.
Now kill for Kaisa. A little CS lead gonna be able to crash this wave. Scoobs being strong in this comp is also really good for RC
Yeah.
against all these tanks.
Right, and one thing that I'm surprised by is just the Olaf's farm. He's got 11 up on Vigar. Was not expecting that, but especially like with how healthy he is. Yes, they're both out of mana, but
Mm-hmm.
still healthy Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf is I mean, we didn't spend a lot of time looking mid, but panning over it a couple times, there were definitely some scuffles going on. Olaf
Yeah.
playing pretty aggressively.
And Vigar's already at 35 bonus AP. Looking nice.
Yeah,
Able to buy a Lost Chapter on his first back.
more stacks than CS. That tells you how the lane is going a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that
it
normal?
just means... I think it
Seems-
just
it's
means they've been fighting a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, not that the lane is going like good or bad, but more like it's not a boring lane.
yeah. And I mean, you know, he can't always get last hit with his Qs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's alright. Zac is just camping this bot lane. I do like that combo of Zac, Tom, Kench. I think it's super annoying
Yeah.
to deal with, especially as somebody like a Garen who no longer has Flash or Ghost. But I don't know. I'd like to see them just try and push this into a dragon. Jungle's been bot most of the game. Just let's get something out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only summoner left for blue side. Bot lane is Exhaust on the Seraphine. You know, Scoobs and Ella both have all 4 of theirs.
Yeah. And then it looks like we could have some action on the top side.
Yeah, Lizzo Mukbang is up there. Clears up a word.
And I mean, Shen can see that the Volibear just came up because of his ward. So we might get a fight at red buff depending on what Olaf decides to do.
Mm.
Or it might be right here in the mid lane.
Volley starting up this Rift Herald. Meanwhile, bot lane, Scoobs and Aloe just keeping the Garen and the Seraphine pinned to their tower.
Yeah, and I mean, even though they do have the CS lead and everything, Garen did hit 6 first. I think it's because that short while whenever Seraphine did go down, you know, get that bonus XP, which is always nice to have on your ADC tank.
Mm-hmm. Garen pre-6 is a lot less scary.
Right.
He has his ulties, kind of feels unlocked. Trooper
He
going
got
down to play safe, I guess. Just
Yeah, there's
Power
not
to
really
one
much
shot.
you can do right there.
Yeah.
even if you do throw up your baby cage, when Volibear can just jump over it, turn off
Yep.
the turret, Olaf can run through it.
Sarcastic play safe. Just
Yeah.
Scoob's getting good damage down, but Volibear straight from mid. Nice save by Aloe. Who wants to see that wave under tower?
Yeah. You know, I mean,
Although,
I like this game. There's been a lot of action here.
okay, they're shoving. If they weren't gonna shove, if you don't kill those 3 minions, it delays the wave and it'll shove back to you, which is actually better for them. But since Scoobs wanted to stay and clear the wave,
Right, I'm wondering if
sense.
he just needed a little bit extra gold. And there we go. We got the Kraken Slayer. So
Nice.
happy with that. It's definitely gonna do some chunking against the tanks. My game paused.
Yep.
Now we're
Same.
back in.
Same.
Okay. Got 3 Iron Spike whips out for rawr. So I'm gonna say that they're playing similar style of champions on that team.
Yeah. Who's gonna build? Are they all going
Stradbreaker?
Stridebreaker, I guess? Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I
they're
think
really
definitely
by
for
heal
Garen, but
Yeah. Ooh, Aloe. Nice
he's
slash to get
out of there.
Well, here could be a team fight, which I think rawr has actually good team fighting at this stage in the game.
They do, but they do not have a Shen. And Super Noob, or sorry, Trooper, your names are very similar. He pulls out the outplay button and pauses the game for everybody.
Yeah.
So,
He stunts the game with the Z.
yeah. So, I mean, that is a great flash taunt by not Riley on the Shen. Almost a steal by Rost. That would have been very deflating.
Yeah, no, it was a nice pick from RC. Sure, it looked like they were like, or rawr was really setting up for a big fight there, and then 4 out of 5 members, however many, 3 out of 4 that were there.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where the Garen and
Second against
Seraphine went
Yeah.
in that fight. But I guess they went back down to bot lane. And here we go, another fight. Flash coming in from Alan, but the encore.
Scoob's getting pretty low. Takes the
Is
Garen ulti.
Seraphine's forced to flash away, but just to die and give a double kill
Oh, volley.
over.
Fully E almost.
Goobs surviving with less than 20 HP there. If I'm Scoobs, I'm getting the heck out of there because of volley or an Ornn
Ooh.
Ghost Flash Q.
A lot of
Yeah.
burst.
Down goes Aloe.
Yeah, overall though, another kill on Kaisa. Feels good.
Yeah, getting her the kills, and I mean the Scoobs, very highly regarded. ADC in Beer League, he's going with Navori Quickblade second. I really like that build.
Yeah, seems really good this game. You got AP from Vigar and Zach. You don't want to. I mean, it's like the on-hit build is like probably better against tanks generally, but since you have AP other places that you want to, Navori makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Right. And Kaisa does have the Void Assault, but she doesn't need it. Kaisa could even end like this build just with a Nash's Tooth, and that gives her the 100 AP needed and some additional attack speed. Just in case she wanted that upgrade. I'm a big fan of it, but
it
that's
definitely
just
has an AD scaling for the damage, so it's not going to be doing no damage, but you need the AP from Nashers to get the CDR reset, so
right.
it's definitely an option.
Yeah, and I mean her Q and alt also have some AP scaling with it. Not much, but You got some.
Which I think that's one. Was that one of the things that was nerfed today?
Uh,
Just slightly.
Q damage slightly, but I think it is mainly on the AD side.
Oh, okay.
Cause she was only nerfed for AD carry, not necessarily AP mid. Although there was a slight timing, ability haste for AP mid reset on her W.
Okay.
Let's see. We have Herald up in 10 seconds. I don't think RC's bot lane is going to be there to fight it. Unless they make the move now. And it looks like Rost is going to move up there on the Seraphine to help out rawr and hopefully just get their second Rift Herald of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking up in this top lane, Darius is actually getting pretty far ahead of the Shen. He's 1,500 of gold ahead right now.
We have a nice fight coming out. Unfortunately, Volibear cannot flash that wave, and he gets outplayed by Trooper.
2 for
Not
0 right in
Riley's.
front of Herald.
Yeah. Not Riley's also able to take down Dude Caleb. Rost got stuck, but he's making everyone dance before he dies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a-okay.
Stalling as long as he can. That's going to be Rift Herald though. And
Ooh.
Olaf super shoved in the mid lane. Probably going to be able to walk out though.
That was a great ult there by Kaisa though, just to make sure Garen cannot Demacia her and just do all that true damage to her face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, all those jungle fights in those tight corridors, Seraphine ulti is very hard to dodge. You just kind of have to line up, and Seraphine's super good in those situations.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is, all of Seraphine's teammates are going to be in front of her. So whenever she does initially use her ult, it's going to extend.
Yeah.
Pretty darn far.
Yep.
Dragon
She's
up in 7.
She's the only backline on that team.
Yeah. And I mean, she's going Leandry's, I believe. No, this is Ryla's first. Okay. So her team wants to go in, run after everybody. Her job is slow everyone else down. So
Mm-hmm.
I like that as the first build. And we do have 3 Stride Breakers coming out for the side of rawr, along with 1 Divine Sunderer.
It is just move speed diff this game. Win or lose, it is move speed diff.
Yeah. You love to see it. Now I'm wondering if Trooper's going with Shadow Flame second, or if he's just going to go Death Cap for funsies. Because I believe there should be a decent amount of shielding on the side of rawr.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just the extra magic pen, but Death Cap is Death Cap. Darius does get taunted under the tower and takes a few shots, but unable to knock this turret down before Dragon begins.
Shen ulting down.
Unfortunately,
Trooper goes
it's
down.
not going to
Yeah.
be enough. Yeah, Trooper will go down. But I mean, that's also 2 ults down for the side of rawr, but they're not 100% necessary for this
Yeah.
Dragon.
Darius gets top tower. Well, he's down there for Dragon as well, so at least it's even numbers with
Mm-hmm.
Trooper being dead at this Dragon.
Right,
Wow.
and Trooper does have TP, so if RC wanted to start this Dragon right away, he could always TP down there, and I believe they're starting it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And rawr is just letting it go.
Yeah, rawr has that Darius in the top lane doing work there, at least trading something. Lots of tower damage done. Aloe jumping in.
You gotta make the bot lane surprising and fun one way or another. You don't see the Garen v Kaisa all that often, and
Yeah.
I don't want to see it anymore. Even if S-Stock does, and he believes that Fampy is a man of culture.
man of culture he may be, still don't want to see it. Ooh, Rust.
Great flash
Nice
by
flash.
Rost.
Yeah. Here comes Volibear. Boy
And
anonymous.
Olaf, full mana Olaf running down here as well. I think they're able to sniff it out though.
Yeah,
and see
Scoob's a
they're
little
in
behind
trouble.
though. Elo has ulti, I think. Yeah, doesn't need it though.
The one
Close
thing one thing I'm curious about is if they do try to dive this next wave, because Volibear does have his ult available.
Hmm.
Do have a battle going on in mid lane, but Darius cannot dash over walls, luckily. So Shen is able to escape. Quick flash coming in from Zac so he doesn't get silenced by Garen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Shen doing a pretty good job, or I guess really good job staying alive. Falling super far behind in CS, but he's not creating a super fed Darius that his team has to deal with. Darius is pretty strong, but it is not
Encore
Shen's
coming
job.
through, just getting Scoobs, but he uses his own ult, uses
Mhm.
Ala's ult. That's one massive shield coming in.
These are the fights that rawr wants. Just going in. And actually, yeah, RC kind of turns it at the end, but they do get Scoobs, so.
He gets Scoobs. I'm not sure if Alan wants this, but I guess he does. No passive coming in though. Trooper
Alan
gets
gets
one. Trooper gets two.
Trooper's still full health.
Double kill coming out. Alo's able to pick up one kill.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a pretty bloody game. 19 kills in 21 minutes. I'm liking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like with these comps, it's just gonna get more and more bloody. or with our or rawr's comp, it's gonna get more and more bloody until it's over. Just increasing
Yeah.
bloodiness.
And
As they get more items and more confidence, yeah.
right, so the Rallies is completed and it has been for a while. Garen went with the plated or winged moon plates, so he is going for Dead Man's Plate. He's ready to run people down. Just completed it right now. So it's gonna be pretty interesting
Yeah.
to see how we can keep Scoobs alive, or how RC can keep Scoobs alive. But I mean, they did a pretty well job right there. But
Mhm.
just the constant dive, and we're not gonna die.
Yeah, and there's 4 people who are gonna be trying to dive him in these fights. It's like you survive 1 or 2 of them, and instinct tells you, okay, it's okay to like start hitting again. But no, the other 2 people are also gonna dive you.
Right, and while you were mentioning that, Olaf was able to steal away the red buff with just one single Q toss.
Ooh.
And Zac did have Smite at the time, but I think he was trying to let Kaisa get the kill gold. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
But another Zac smash, Encore coming out from Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine
guess what?
survives.
No one dies. Wait,
Oh,
what that?
Scoob's in.
There's the
Huge.
Kaisa diving in the backline. Trooper with his outplay button. Wait, he actually still has his outplay button.
Just a lot of damage, I guess.
Yeah, I think Shen tried to ult there onto the Zac, but Darius interrupted it with his E, with his apprehend.
Really good fight from RC. Kaisa ulting in behind the tower. And just
Are they
pretty much
pushing for
untouched.
Baron?
Oh, looks like it, yeah.
This is pretty dangerous with the Zac HP, but I mean, if he can just pick up his bloblets, he should be fine as long as Olaf doesn't run him down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kaisa shreds this so fast. That's crazy, and then they don't even know. There's a mukbang gets stunned. Outplayed button.
Outplayed an Aloe with a pop-up. See you later.
Gold lead. Now it's still under 2K, but RC showing that they know how to play around this type of comp, I guess. Oh,
Yeah, it looks to be
Darius went down.
definitely going in RC's favor now with
Mhm.
the 21 or like 22-minute Baron. 7 kills on Kai'Sa, 6 on Vigar. What's his? Vigar's got 820 AP, 266 stacks of his passive.
Oh,
It's just scary.
yep.
And he did go
Two
death cap
items.
second.
Yeah, one of the one of the few mid laners he can do that on.
Yeah. And he's going for some magic pen next with a blasting wall. Or I forget these items. Why can't I remember what it's
Crystal,
called?
is it? Lighting jewel.
I know what the finish item looks like, just can't tell you.
Oh, void staff.
Void Staff, that's the one. Alright, Zach wants to dive in again. Doesn't have passive yet, but he's always ready. Passive is coming up in 25 seconds though.
Mukbang, I think, wins this.
Top side, but we're gonna move down to the mid lane.
Yeah, their Seraphine ulti came out, so that's a good reason to pull a trigger to go in.
Yeah. Alan goes right back in right before his passive is available. Double kill for Vigar though.
Thanks, Vigar cages. Scoop's ulting in again. Another big fight for RC.
Yeah. I mean, 3 people alive, Baron buffed up minions. They should be able to get at least 1 turret here, if not 2 turrets, but
Yeah, we'll see. They
I mean, the
chunked that
Vigar
bottom.
autos are just ridiculous due to his AP stacking.
Yeah, that's insane.
So
Yeah.
it's a good game, but unfortunately Vigar couldn't finish with over 1000 AP.
Yeah, so I guess GG for rawr then. The real victory.
Yeah. What
Denied the dopamine.
what would you look for rawr to do differently in game 2, other than possibly draft an ADC?
Was it they didn't really build any MR? I think somebody said that in chat. Stock said that in chat.
Mm-hmm.
If I think these types of comps are fine, but you have to play for team fights, and you can't get super. I mean, they didn't. I guess they didn't really get super far behind in lane, but like Kai'Sa, I thought was Kai'Sa pretty strong coming out of lane. I think.
Yeah, I think she had maybe
3
like
kills.
3 to 4 kills in lane.
Yeah, yeah. It's like just like forcing fights early. Like okay, or somebody's like in a side lane pushing, so okay, we're just gonna 5-stack this dragon and force a fight where we can just roll over them with Seraphine speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think just take the fights. Take the fights to him. Like just try
Yeah.
and always fight. I mean, it was difficult bot lane because Zach was camping that lane really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kai'Sa
But
dealing
I'm trying to remember that
20,000 damage.
that one dragon fight where Volley got caught. It looked like that was going to be the start of them grouping up and just A-ramming basically for the rest of the game, but it was like it turned out to only be Volley there and getting caught. And then
Yeah.
obviously they have to give after that, but
Right, kind of just steamrolled from there.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd like to see rawr go with like more of a traditional lineup. I don't know. I want to see Rost in the jungle. I know that's, probably I think that's their main role,
Mm-hmm.
and they're taking up 22 points for that. And I mean, if you can be a super expensive support, but maybe bring out like a Senna Garen or something. You won't have the AP damage, but like
That'd be a different comp, yeah. Yeah, like the Seraphine makes a lot of sense in that comp, but also, yeah. It's your job is to stay alive and buff up your teammates, but that might not be where you want all your team's points.
Right. So like let's give Rost something he can carry with, or put
Mhm.
him on more playmaking so he can help get others like a lead.
Mhm.
Um, and like I don't know, I don't like Volibear did fine in the jungle. He was trying to make plays. He made a few plays happen. He had great ults to
Mhm.
help out the Olaf. Um, so I'm not saying like it was jungle diff. Um, I don't know. I just want to see the points being used for good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think those untraditional comps can work. So I don't want that to be the takeaway is like don't run the comps you want to run.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're I feel like they played it pretty standard and they did not have a standard comp. I think you have to like
Right.
change how you do your macro game if you're gonna do that. Watch some old VODs of one games and see how they did it.
Yeah, they honestly had so many tanks.
Yeah.
It's the worst of times. Because I think back in that season is like whenever I loved assassins, and then whenever we played against them, I'm
Okay.
like, I can't do anything, guys.
Yeah. What other champs did they like? They had the Swain mid that was always a problem. Um.
Uh, I remember like Sejuani top with like a Trundle jungle, Victor
Hmm.
mid, and then just like Leona support. I'm just like, I
Yeah, and
can't do anything as a collie here.
still a standard 80 carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Severu. I mean, I'm at you. If you have three frontline, like okay, so like when IQ tries not to give away secrets, but like when IQ tries to do those types of comps,
Mm-hmm.
our first three picks might look the same, like the Seraphine, the Olaf,
Right.
but there's still we
Mm-hmm.
still try to fill in the other gaps in our comp
With
for meat.
complementary pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can have a meatball comp without four meatballs, meatball champions.
Right. Just help accelerate them, put them in the spots where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just get it going. It looks like they are going to be using the same lineup though, in regards to
Mm-hmm.
which role they're going to be.
Yeah. Which they played last week. I don't think they played week one,
Correct.
so they're
They had week
still
one off.
yeah. They're still they're one week behind game wise, so they might still be trying to figure things out, which is fine this early in the season.
All right.
I'm curious to see
So
what they do different. Cause if they still want to try the meatball comp, if they change anything, or if they say, oh we played it wrong, let's just run it back and do different things. Well, I'm curious what they'll do.
yeah.
No draft link yet.
No, I'm wondering if they're still thinking about like the rules and stuff. In regards to bans, because I don't think Dude Caleb was on the team the full season. I think Ross said that he was added like 2 days ago, and
Mm-hmm.
technically it has to take like a waiting period of 1 whole week.
Oh, so if they
So it
lose
might
a
be a
bin,
ban, but we'll see. Um, I mean, it's not my job to police that stuff,
no. But if you know,
but
they're curious. I'm sure 'cause they were talking. You saw they were talking about it in the last lobby.
yeah, yes, that's why I was looking it up, but no one asked me. So,
All right, there's draft.
all right, I have draft up.
This time RC on blue side, rawr on red side. Wonder if it's 80 carry prio. Seems like you don't need any prio on anything because for all you know, they're just gonna draft 4 tanks and those aren't really contested.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think you're still gonna get rid of the Syndra for Lizzo Mukbang. It is their most played champ, so let's just get that out of there. Ranked number 24 in NA currently on that champion.
Okay.
So I'd like to see that continue.
Yeah. Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of answered for us because I saw the stream and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
No, you're.
it's got
you're
the right
good.
overlay.
I was not paying attention. Mordekaiser ban, Yorick, Syndra, and Tom Kench ban. It was annoying, I'm sure. It looked annoying, and I didn't even have to play. Twitch again.
All right, so same exact bans for RC, and rawr is switching it up, saying, all right, that dive was annoying. Maybe do we run back the same stuff? But who knows? Kog'Maw and Aurelion Sol are both available. Both are super strong champions still. So, see what happens.
Amumu. Could be
No.
jungle, could be support.
Yeah, I mean, if it is going jungle, it plays very similarly to Zac. But here's Seraphine, so part 1 of
Here we
just
go.
part
Again.
1. Yeah. Just trying to think of the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I forget what the guy's name was. You need like all the pieces together
I
to
will not be
create.
much help. Power Rangers.
I mean, Exodia.
Oh.
That piece for Exodia. All right. So Trundle coming in. Could go jungle. We've seen it top this season already. Knowing rawr, it could go mid or ADC here too.
Yeah. RC saying, all right, Tarek would have been good last game. You've picked the same, like similar first 2 champions. We have a hunch that Tarek will be good this game.
Yeah, I mean, you already banned our safety pick for our ADC, so let's just get another one where we actually aren't able to die at all. And Vayne coming in, saying, bring on your tanks.
Vayne Tarek.
I will gladly shred them.
They are scaling.
Yeah. If I'm rawr and the game plan was let's go tanks, I might rethink that right here.
Yeah, I would not be feeling great. They picked the Vigar away from Trooper.
I like that. You know, I mean, once the game does get late and Vayne's trying to make plays, just say you're in timeout. Seraphine Encore.
I like this Shen ban. I felt like Darius is getting really far ahead, but Shen is so good at neutralizing lanes, Darius couldn't really punish. Like, he was super far ahead, but it just didn't matter for the lane. It's like he's getting towers and stuff, but that was kind of it. Shen would just ult the fights, so.
Right, and the Misfortune ban is coming through. I mean, Misfortune, Seraphine, Vigar, just those 3 together working in unison with Vigar Cage and then the other 2 ults. Like, that's just disgusting to play against.
Yeah, even Trundle Pillar helps.
And Aurelion Sol being banned out against Trooper. Final ban.
Darius.
Darius. Okay.
What do you pick? Blind top, blind 80 carry.
I think we
Not
go
blind
80
80
carry
carry. I
here
think I pick 80 carry. Yeah, yeah. Save your blind pick.
because right, and then
Sorry,
Trundle can also be flexed.
yeah, I keep trolling what I'm saying. It's not a blind pick if you pick 80 carry and then you get absolute counter for, yeah.
So here's a wild thing. It could always be Vayne top as well. Like if rawr is going to tank, just be like, all right.
Yeah.
Ash is coming in though, and it looks like it should be set top. So disregard the last thing I said.
I feel like RC is drafting to go against rawr's last comp.
Yeah,
Like set super good if you're playing. If they have to like run into him, Vayne super good into tanks. Tarek super good. But
right. And I mean, if more.
sorry,
Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was just gonna interrupt. So you got it.
My pacing when I talk, it's like I like talk and I stop for 3 seconds and I start again. It's impossible to talk to. But yeah,
okay.
rawr is not doing the same thing. They got a much more standard draft. I'm guessing Trundle jungle. Lux mid picked up.
Should be, and I do like Trundle in the jungle with Vigar. I had a few games last season with this one new jungler by the name of Pyroan. We ran this comp every once in a while, and as long as Vigar takes E second, Lux is probably dead. Wait, like wave number 2 or 3.
Okay.
Just because the pillar along with Baby Cage is just way too strong. Although Lux's Q hitbox is broken, so she can hit both Vigar and Trundle even if they're standing on opposite sides of the lane.
Silly. The R5 Ornn, I shake my head every time.
Not a fan of it?
You could have picked a red one and it would be the same thing. It's just not you're not really using the absolute counter pick to its fullest power. Nothing's really gonna punish Ornn. So you save like the most powerful pick in the game in the draft for the most blind pickable top laner.
Yeah. I think just looking at this draft though, I guess rawr was comfortable with Seraphine. And they knew that they wanted to go Trundle, I guess. And I'm assuming that they thought Vigar was a strong pick, and they just didn't want to give that over again because RC did take that red 3 pick last time. So they thought maybe it would go through. And I mean, I guess you don't want to take it red 4, like the Ornn anyway, because you don't want their top laner to get a favorable matchup. That's my best guess, but I don't play top lane, so.
That is a advantage of picking second, is that the other person doesn't get to pick first. Or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The one thing that we did not talk about yet is Vayne has Condemn. Like that's one of her abilities, and if you hit terrain, someone into terrain, they get stuck there for a bit. And top lane and jungle for rawr both create terrain. So they're both kind of countering. They could kind of really mess up their team.
I want to see a Trundle pillar right in the middle of their team and Ornn headbutt it and knock everybody up.
That would be pretty sweet.
So trying to take in the entire comps and see what I think. RC looks like they've got Lux, Amumu, Like the Vayne Tarek, like really good scaling.
Mm-hmm.
It could be kind of hard into lane with into Seraphine Ash. That's like a pretty poke and oppressive lane.
Not a problem.
I'm not sure which. I think I actually like rawr's comp more, but not a big fan of the Ornn pick. But
Mm-hmm.
Trooper's Lux wouldn't want to bet against it though.
No, I mean Trooper's been playing great this whole season. I know I said it last game too. But I don't know. I mean, we've seen Vayne's carry games last season with Nectarish. So I mean, Scoobs,
Scoobs is that guy.
he could be that
He,
guy. He
he's
could be
got it
him.
in him. Yeah, it's him.
Um, and I think even if Trundle does get onto Vayne somehow through the Amumu, through the Tark, through the Lux, Set can always be like, all right, we're just gonna take you out of here, chuck you into your own team. So I mean, they do have really good disengage.
Yeah. Until Set ults Ornn onto the back line and one shots everyone.
Right. Um, looking at these comps, I don't know. We have 2 Freljords on the side of rawr.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So I mean, they got some synergy there.
Mm-hmm.
They got, I don't know. I mean, the Vigar cage is just super strong, super annoying. I mean, Reese has great analysis right now in Twitch chat. Setsi, Big Meatball, he pick up Big Meatball and slam.
True, but what do you think about Unga Bunga on rawr? The Trundle, he Unga Bungas. So it's the Unga Bunga versus the Slam Meatball.
Well, yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna get I was gonna say a full AP Amumu. Just because if he does go Aftershock and lands a Q onto Trundle or anyone on the side of rawr, he's gonna be instantly ulted by Trundle and just lose all of his stats.
Yeah, I could. I mean, it wouldn't feel good to go full AP, but I feel like regardless, he's gonna get pretty or shredded pretty fast. And
Yeah,
like if he gets his alt Q and ulti and another Q off, that's like his job. And
that's true.
he's gonna be able to do that if he's AP or full tank. And if
Yeah,
he's AP, he's doing more damage. So maybe there's a argument to be made.
it's a chance. I mean, I don't know. Trundle, he can live for a long time. Like if he does get pretty far ahead. So I mean, it's more than just blowing up Vigar, Ash, and Seraphine.
Yeah.
But with only really like one way of dive with the Amumu, compared to last game having the Zac, the Tom Kench, and then the Shen on top of one of them.
One thing I didn't really think about, RC has a lot of CC between the Lux, Set, Tarek, and Amumu. And CC is oppressive. And if you got a Vayne as well to peel for, it's going to be really useful with Trundle. Trundle's going to have a hard time getting to the Vayne if they're playing front to back.
Right, and I mean if Trundle does get close, she can always condemn him away.
Yeah. Yeah, she has her own CC as well. Get condemned away and then get close and set ulted away and then get close and then Tarek's gonna ult, so it doesn't matter that he's close. And
Right, I think RC does have the tools to definitely keep Vayne alive. But it will depend a lot on laning phase and if Amumu is going to be camping that bot lane again.
yeah.
Because it's not like Vayne and Tark can't fight early. Like if they're in a 3v2, sure they can.
Mm-hmm.
They might have to travel through a few waves of minions to get there, but
yeah, they're not weak. Like especially in like just straight up fight, they're actually good into Seraphine Ash, but Seraphine Ash is gonna just keep poking them and keep them pinned under tower. And they're when the fight starts, they might both be 30% health and no mana because they haven't been able to back in a long time. And
Right.
they're not bad actually fighting, but it's setting yourself up for a good fight could be hard, or for a gank.
Hmm. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure who I think's gonna win. Like I wish I had an idea. I wish I could get my projections. Maybe I can see everyone's masteries on these champions real quick. Nope.
That was fast load.
That was
I think Vayne pentakills and RC wins. That's my prediction.
alright. I like to see it. Looks like RC might be flying toward the top side.
Actually,
Or
take that
5
back.
point.
Vayne quadra-kill because Lux ult is gonna like somehow
Oh, it's
kill.
gonna snipe one.
Yeah, kill one of the tanky people to one of the people Vayne is supposed to kill.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just getting the standard 5 point from both teams. Lux gets some damage down already. One thing I forgot is Veigar, he just has outplay button for Vayne.
Yeah.
So that could be a problem.
Yep. I think
We
Veigar
got
is like one of the main things Vayne has to play around in these fights.
Yeah.
Cage and ulti.
Alright, Veigar's already pinging. He's got 2 AP. So, I mean, he's well on his way to Trooper's territory from last game. And Ashe is starting with a cull. She knows that they're going to be farming and just pushing and not really fighting, so. It's nice. And that's actually Rost. Moving to
Oh.
ADC.
Okay.
Fampi moving to support Seraphine.
Interesting. Let's go Lizzo Mukbang. Ooh.
And alright.
What? There, just for whatever. There isn't a whole lot of reason just to walk to lane and walk straight into that bush.
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen it before.
I mean, is Seraphine like just walking with
yeah.
the wave and yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know about like the Vayne Tark makes complete sense. Like you're trying to get the lead. We were talking the whole draft, how they're gonna be pushed under, and they're making sure that they're the pushers. So they hit 2 first. One scary thing for the size rawr is 4 of their laners or 4 of their players don't even have wards anymore. So very susceptible to ganks right now. Both junglers going top down, so I think Trundle's going to be under the understanding that Amumu's going to want to go bot lane.
Who took
He just has to
chickens?
match that.
Did Amumu do chickens and then run up?
Oh, yeah, it looks like he did. He's
Nice stun. I was wondering, cause
got-
like it's 3 minutes and neither jungler is really close to ganking. I was just curious what happened. Here comes
Yeah.
boy Anonymous on the Trundle.
right, but he will get spotted out, so he's just going to be wasting his time here.
Yeah, and Amumu was a little bit low to counter.
And one thing I don't get there is just the ward in the tri-bush. Like you saw Trundle walk away and go up, like up through the river. So I'm not sure if their river ward's about to expire soon, but you got some time to play around that vision.
Trundle still hanging around the spot lane.
Alan's up a... Oh, are we getting a 4-person bot lane at 4 minutes?
That's what happens when the jungler sits on the ward for a while. People start to show up. It is nice to switch to a sweeper as a jungler ASAP. And Alan shows, unfortunately.
He has to be trying to make a play here. Or not. Or just walk up and say, sorry guys. Walk back.
Hey, better than dying.
That's true. Better than giving buffs over to opposing ADC or even support.
Mhm.
I mean, all the lanes are farming pretty well. I think Lux is just shoving this wave into Vigar,
Yeah.
so he should be able to catch up here.
Mhm. Scoob's gonna try to hard shove this. Gonna try. Not many wave clear tools on Vayne.
No, I mean, I'd like to see Tarek just try and help out either with
Yeah.
autos or a nice Q. I think it's his Q. I've never played
His
Tarek.
Q is
But...
the heal, E is the stun.
Okay. Oh,
Like
okay.
Tarek was trying to stop backs,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, you just hard shoving the wave is probably also gonna make them want to not back if they're still around.
Right.
It's a
First
safer
blood
way.
going down.
Good point.
Kind of
That's
got lulled
yeah, I
up there.
was talking about wave management and I forgot about the first blood that was happening. Not Riley.
And yeah, and it looks like Amumu, he will probably be going Demonic Embrace first.
Okay.
So, you know, going AP to start, which we thought he probably would. And I mean, he can still go tanky after that.
Mumu gameplay. So sad. He cries, I cry, we all cry. The sad mummy.
So
Ooh,
you play ADC now.
yeah.
What's Ash going to be building with this Sheen?
Triforce.
What are your Triforce? Okay.
Mhm.
I forgot that was an item. I've only seen it in TFT recently, so.
Yeah. Yeah, TFT pretty strong right now. Triforce pretty strong right now.
Yeah, just go Freaky Friday in TFT and 2 Triforces for free. Yeah, mid laners, we don't really go Triforce that often.
Triforce versus 3 tanks. I think it's Triforce Kraken.
Okay.
Sometimes, I mean, I think you can rush Kraken and then go Triforce, but
I think Olaf just got that cannon because of little Sunfire the Bomby Cinder.
that item saves me so many last hits when I play top lane.
The real savior.
Ooh, nice stun.
It's getting caught out. Force the flash and ghost. The Vayne
Yeah,
says, don't
just-
worry, I'll push you away for extra safety.
Yeah, just missed the tower.
Alright. Vigar doing his baby cage thing. Amumu's able to connect, land the sad mummy cry. Lux
Ooh.
hits the flash on Trundle somehow whenever she was aiming for the Vigar that flashed away.
I am
But
counting
Trundle
that
said,
as a
don't worry,
flash
Mr.
predict.
President. I got you.
He's a real one.
Yeah. I mean, not many junglers would do that for their mid laner.
Mm-mm.
So I do appreciate it.
Another nice Q.
Flash exhaust coming out from
Ross.
Fampy to slow down Scoops.
Ross started pumping there. Dude,
Alright.
dude, Caleb with the damage.
One with the ult. Haymaker doesn't do much.
Ooh.
Sets ult is not up in time.
Solo bolo.
Solo Bolo, and that is why you R5 Horn every time. For you get the matchup that you want,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't care what the haters say. And Scoobs gets the easy kill there, even through the encore.
A wise man once said,
I've heard that once or twice. Alright. Confused why the Trundle stopped going for that blue buff. I guess he thought Vygar would be base, or Amumu would be basing and running right up there, but
it's called a
that could
fast
have been.
play.
Yeah.
Drop what you're doing, just sprint. Gotta take those Krugs.
I mean, I guess he does need the Krugs considering he's only at like 95% HP, so he should heal up to full
Yeah.
health after killing them. He's gonna be moving around. I guess he just wants to finish up his pet. But I mean, without seeing the Amumu for a while, you should probably guess that he's bot side. Great Condemn coming out from the vein. Amumu's trying to sneak in, but he is spotted out, maybe? I don't know. Red side is getting some pings down.
Just they've had his blue buff warded this whole time.
Right.
Aaron, it's at this point, I think they know he's not around its blue buff.
Yeah. Wonder if I'm just gonna check if Ash has Hawk Shot. She does not. It's up in 5 seconds.
Okay.
To check where he is.
I almost.
Oh,
Nice stun.
but there should be a death if Amumu could
Oh.
land that chain. The bandage
Okay.
toss.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we see Trundle moving in, saying, alright, this is finally my blue buff.
Yeah.
And Amumu say, fine, I'll take my dragon. Go and cry over there.
I like to do a thing if I know the jungler's around. I'll like play a little bit more aggressive than I probably should, just to hopefully keep them around. If I
Right.
I'm gonna play as I'm still
Like,
comfortable.
toe the line as
Toe the
much
line,
as you
yeah,
can.
keep them interested. And I died at junglers a lot.
Alright, so Set uses... Set used his W there, and I thought Trundle might try and dive off of that, but he doesn't. But we might have a fight over this little crab right here.
Mm-hmm. Mumu looks like he's giving it up.
Yeah, he's a little sad about that, but he's gonna be more sad that his blue buff is gone.
Ooh. Dude, Caleb, out of vision.
Gets a nice little knock up. Amumu still has the Cry of the Sad Mummy. Gets it. Flash suplex from Set. Lux coming in, doing something. Olaf flash does.
What a turn. That was crazy.
Vygar out of mana, can't press the outplay button. But
Okay,
he
one
can
for
still
one.
auto press Q.
That was a crazy fight. They sent it.
They did send it, and somehow Ash died there as well.
Huh.
I don't know how, but Scoop's on a killing spree, and it's going to be pretty scary.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah. With pretty darn good CS as well, 113 CS at 13 minutes. 5,000 gold. Richest player in the game.
You know, when we played against Scoobs, he picked Kog'Maw really early, and we picked Vi, Kai'Sa, and Xerath, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Flash going down from the Lux. Alt coming out. Vygar still standing. Oh, the control ward laid down too. Like, that's something you don't see every day in the mid lane.
Got eyes everywhere. We got eyes for our eyes.
Yeah. I mean, just in case that turret does go down.
Good to have a
Got away.
backup. God gave us
Alright,
2
if
eyes for
you-
a reason. Go ahead.
Alright, if you are rawr, where are you trying to put this Rift Herald?
Wherever I
you
can get plates. All I'm trying to
Okay.
do is maximize plates. So, I think I look
So
for.
now it doesn't matter. Now it's 14 minutes. Where
Oh,
whose turret are we knocking down now?
well, no, I trolled and I dropped it. No, that's a good question. I'm
Ooh.
rawr. Let's see. Top's got a little bit of a lead. No aftershock. I'd probably drop it top. I don't want to be playing around this vein right now.
Yeah. You can go there. Possibly crack mid.
Yeah.
Just because that's, you know, a nice gateway to the rest of the map.
Mhm.
And
Lux
it
is-
makes the lane a lot scarier for Lux too.
Yeah, if you can kill mid tower, that's definitely like the highest priority.
Oh. But, you know, they
Solo
listen to
bolo.
you. Another solo bolo. And Herald topside. Anonymous should be able to kill this turret. Like, he's a trundle. Keep on smacking. Don't let that Herald die. Oh.
Still good though. Open it up. It buys Ornn some more time. Ornn super good in team fights. Nice flash stun from Aloe. Vampy.
Stun. Encore coming out. I'm not sure of Tarek's ultimate. The Cosmic Radiance. Alright, that came out as well.
Yeah. It's right
And,
right around when Ashe ult, like a little bit after Ashe ulti, it was a
okay.
scary
I didn't
moment.
even notice the Ashault go down.
Yeah. But
I
Ornn
don't know.
very good team fighter, so opening him up, bringing him up from top lane, like taking towers just by some more time where he can shove the wave and go roam.
Yes. Ashe just completed her hull.
Mm-hmm.
That works out nicely on her next base. I mean, I guess she's going to keep it for a while because it still does give you health per hit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it for a bit. We do have Dragon up in 8 seconds.
Ornn top. No TP. Set has TP. I think with
Okay.
such a strong bot lane, have Set hold top lane, and
Mhm.
if a fight starts, he can TP. But I think a 4v4 should be pretty favorable for RC.
We do have Ornn walking down though. So I would like to see. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was
Looks
gonna
like
say, but the
Set-
ghost is forced out of Trundle. So we are gearing up for a nice 5v5
Yeah.
at the Chemtech Dragon.
Rawr has more people in the area so far. Set's running back towards top. I thought he'd recall and run down, but
I thought the same. Let's see. Oh, there's the TP coming out from Set.
yeah.
Summoner check. Ashe no flash. So I mean,
ulti almost up.
everything up for RC. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of afraid.
No Tarek ulti.
Okay. And Ornn's kind of on his own side for this, but I think as long as he can just blow the Ornn horn, get people popped up, and not get 1v1 by the Vayne,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be okay.
Ooh, there it is. Nice.
That's
engage
just
by
damage.
Mumu.
Great play by RC, just all around, just wombo combo.
Yeah. They got such a lead. It's just had to wait for a good engage.
Yeah. When you get the Curse of the Sad Mummy with the Lux ult and the Set Showstopper Slam, just not looking good.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was beautifully executed by RC, so on their side it does look good. But it's not looking good for rawr overall.
Yeah, Rawr, that would have been an okay dragon to give second Drake. It feels bad, but it's not the worst thing. Especially like Chemtech isn't that useful, right? I don't remember what it gives, but it's like they
Trying to
showed
think
up.
of what the base is, yeah.
They sent everyone there, but they didn't want to fight, so they weren't gonna start a fight. Ooh,
Right.
Scoop's getting chunked.
So Cleanse comes out from Scoobs, as well as the Tarek ultimate. I don't know. Vayne is, I think, just one Vygar Q away from dying. It's doing 411 damage. But, I mean, well, Vygar does get the kill onto the
3v1.
Tarek.
I think really good kill from Liz on luck being set. tough spot to be trying to hold 3v1, but
Mm-hmm. And I mean, originally it was 2v1, but
mhm.
the Mumu, he decided he wanted to hang out with some friends, try and make some friends, and he just lets his Tark die. So I don't know if he's gonna be making many friends that way.
Yeah, poor guy.
Alright, so Baron is starting up soon, but I don't think RC is gonna go for it right away like they did last time. rawr does have some pretty good vision, just locking down whoever's mid lane to see if they are pushing up, if they're going top side, if they're going bottom side. But RC just took out that control ward in the pixel brush. So rawr is losing a bit of vision. Okay, and Vigar is going with Cosmic Drive second. Not sure how I feel about that. Like, it does pair well with the Electrocute, but I think just like with their amount of CC, I don't think no matter how fast you can run, it's really going to be able to get you out, especially with Tarek picking up the Shrelios battle song. Like, they're just going to run you down anyway.
Yeah, CDR is nice for stacking, but yeah.
I'm a big fan of Everfrost, though. I like that item a lot on Vigar. You know,
Yeah, it
get
looked
them in
really
the
good.
cage.
Looked really good against the Vayne, that bot lane. Hard to outplay. I mean, she dodged the cage, but then she's in it and just free Everfrost to land your W and Q.
Alright, we got a little spaghetti on the top lane. Trundle's forced to ghost. Ult's
Nice.
coming out. Ashe misses hers, unfortunately. Encore hits on 2.
Oh, FanP flashes. Okay.
Good flash coming out.
It is a lot of big abilities and summoners coming out to save Trundle there.
It's just true. One thing, though, is that I feel like the past few times that Targ has ulted, rawr has just done a great job of disengaging and being like, alright, we can't touch you, so why would we even try? Like, we're just gonna run away.
Yeah. Yeah, super powerful ulti. It is hard to... You have to have, I think, a lot of Taric games to get good value out of it.
Yeah. Alright, so Amumu go with the Radiant Virtue as his mythic item. I really like that. Just because, you know, you're going in, you want to heal yourself up because it's usually just a one-way trip. So you want to live as long as you can. I'd like to see him get Zonios at some point, possibly. Like, I don't know if it'd be a 4th item. I think third, maybe go for more tank, but Zonios at some point. Dragon coming up in 13. I think rawr has to give it over. They don't have much push anyway, but Vigar might have overstayed his welcome. Flash is available. Alright.
Trades flashes, gets the use the Everfrost well.
Yeah. I mean, that trade of the flash, that's a win for RC. Get Dragon on top of that. You might lose mid turret, but I think it actually might stand. So.
Yeah, like in chess, if you're ahead, going 1-for-1 is good. In League of Legends, going 1-for-1 in your head is bad.
Yeah.
Or going even. Yeah.
Right, just giving them a chance to catch up.
Yep.
So one thing that's a little difficult for Trundle this game is if he wants to steal Baron, and there's no Blast Cone available. It's not going to go well for him.
Yeah, it's a one-way ticket.
Ooh!
Right before the Taric ulti.
Alright. Flash comes out. but the Vigar outplay button is just too strong. But Lux, she has her own
Ooh.
outplay button, so
That is
a little
a
bit harder to hit.
100 to 0 one shot.
2 going down, 3 possibly going down. 4 rawr. Ashe has a great ult, especially with no runs on Vayne, but it looks like they're going to be just headed for the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Amumu, Vayne,
They
Lux, like they're just going to spread this pretty quickly.
Yeah, Trundle dead too.
Vargar might try and steal with a Q, but they're going to spot him out.
Ooh.
And he
Lux
could be dead.
already back. Wow.
Yep.
Trooper is just that good.
That's disgusting. 36-second cooldown on the Lux ult.
A 5-0
I mean,
for
It's only 11 seconds longer than Vigar, or shorter than Vigar, but still.
yeah, when you're talking tens of seconds, 10 seconds is pretty long. Or
Right.
pretty significant. It's a whole one of tens.
And one thing I didn't notice was how well Trooper was farming this game. Like, I thought Scoobs was in the lead, and Trooper's just right up there with him.
Yeah, that's surprising on Lux. Seraphine
Alright.
backing right when that wave crashes, which is fine, but definitely got to be careful as Rost here.
Ashe forced to use her Ghost. Looks like rawr or RC's trying to go all in. Ult's coming out everywhere. Alan might go down the turret, but he somehow lives. Scoob's going deep. I don't know if it's too deep.
Taric ulti is really good, and then also, I don't know if you noticed, the Taric stun on the Amumu.
I did not. No.
It's like the Amumu stun landed, like it was like guaranteed if Amumu
Oh,
bandage toss landed, and then it just, the timing, it just like extended the CC. It
okay.
was really cool.
I mean, they played it perfectly. Like, the Taric ult just came to like
Mhm.
completion
Yep.
as the Amumu went in. So it was great job. RC should be 2-0 right here. Vigar's just stacking up his stuff, and I think with us keeping stats on Battlefy, everyone's going to be, you know, going for more CS, going for some KDA.
Sure.
But Scoobs just wants that 50 gold in the end.
I've not looked at Battlefield yet. Battlefield. The stats. I know one of the games I CS'd so bad I just don't want to look yet.
That's
Too much
fair.
fighting. Well, GG for RC. Both of these teams had 1-2-0 and 1-0-2 coming into this
Oh,
week.
okay.
So RC pulling ahead.
Yeah.
I think
and I think
I think that's what it was. I'm not. Yeah.
okay. I'm not sure what. Well, yeah, rawr got the first week as a 2-0, due to forfeit technically, I believe. I'm not sure about RC.
Yep.
But I mean, Trooper and Scoobs, they did what you'd expect. You know, they carry their team in damage. They carry them in kills. I think they just played really well together, both games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, RC played GAM and IQ. And I think they 2-0'd GAM and IQ 2-0'd them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the opposite side of the group from you, so you have
Right. So I don't know any
I
of
don't-
these people.
Yeah, and I don't even know what's going on in Group B. I've not looked. I'll look at playoffs when playoffs
Group
come.
B, it's a lot of God doing well, and winners bracket. They're both
Okay.
two really strong teams.
Oh, winners bracket, is that with Jubilee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jubilee and Zeta.
Yeah. They're a super strong team. I'll be playing them this week, so I'm excited for that. I think it should be a good matchup.
Yeah.
But this series was great.
Mhm.
Thank you for being willing to run the stream and
Yeah,
have me
thanks.
co-cast.
Thanks for volunteering and casting. Yeah, GGRC.